Hello there everyone, and welcome to the first Christmas St Andrews Flying Home for Christmas event. It's going to be very exciting, but before we start, and I know I've done this cutting in 55 times in a row now, but links for St Andrews, the page, and in case you're feeling generous, are all in the description, and even if you're not going to go give anything, that's completely fine. Please just go and read the story. It's a very good story about St Andrews Hospice and the work that the people over there do. Also keep your flight requests coming, put them in the description, all the links are in the description, and comment below where you want to see me fly next. Without further ado, here's the video, enjoy. Hello everyone, and welcome to the first flight of the charity event for December this year. This year, like I said, we're going to be doing the Flying Home for Christmas event, and so we shall begin. You can probably tell where we are. It's pretty simple. We are at Torronto's International today, and we do have a couple people flying with us, which is absolutely fantastic. You can see now off in the distance one of the aircraft now just approaching Torronto to restock, refuel, and head back out. There he is, coming into landing. He's got his gears down. We'll keep an eye on him as we're doing this introduction. So, a little bit of backstory on what's going on. Well, if you didn't already know, we're doing a charity event for St Andrews Hospice. St Andrews Hospice do absolutely fantastic work with people with sort of just life-limiting illnesses. So they're partially funded by the government, but not so much in the way that, you know, they're gonna be able to provide all their services, which is really bad because they're just such a great service. So every little penny helps count. There is a description for GoFundMe, the link in the description for GoFundMe in the description below. So please, just even if you're not going to donate, go and read their story, because it is a very good one. The hell was that? Fog or something? Anyway, oh no, it's a light thing. Alright, so anyway, a little bit of information on today's flight. Well, today we are Air Canada 868, and we are flying on the Vatsim network, as you can probably tell. Another thing you can probably tell is we're in the pmdg 777, which is one of my favourite, if not my favourite aircraft to fly on all of Flight Sim, to be honest. It's just a really great aircraft, and we're at Flight Campus Torronto, which in itself is just a highly detailed airport. It looks very nice. Let's have a look at this. I believe it's an Air Canada coming into land. Am I right? Is it an Air? Yes, it is an Air Canada. Here he comes. I don't know where he's coming from. Yeah, he looks pretty stable, coming in pretty slow. He's set up to land. It's maybe a bit high. As you can probably tell, I haven't fixed the rudder problem yet. He's pretty nose down flat. Is he gonna flare? Flare maybe? Flare? 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 Okay, yeah, there we go, flare. He's greasing it, and he is down. Nicely done, whoever that was. Nicely done indeed. But yeah, that's all we really have to say. We're flying to London Heathrow. Flight time's going to be about 7 hours, depending on weather. So without further ado, let's get on to the cockpit and begin flight preparations. Okay, so we're now on the flight deck of the 777 aircraft. It is very much in a before start state. Just doing a couple little checks before we go for our main preparation for our flight. Put the nav and logo on, the beacon, we'll put the wing on as well. Yeah, just a couple things we're doing before we get started. As you can see, this isn't helping, as you can see there. So if anyone knows how to fix this, by the way, please feel free to give your suggestions below, but for now we're just going to have to put up with it. Now, as I said earlier, we're at Torronto. It is very cold. It is a very cold -6 degrees outside right now, so it's going to be a fun flight, at least a fun departure. So today, like I said, we're at Toronto. We're at stand 177. It's not going to recognise that, which is a shame. We'll put GPS position in our inertial position, and we're actually going to request a route that we pre-planned earlier, sort of like Blue Peter. Here's one I made earlier. That's going to go in. What we'll do is we'll put our flight number in, because we're Air Canada 868. There we go. Flight number in. We'll load our route into FMC. There we go. And what we actually need to do now is we actually need to figure out which runway is active at Toronto. We can do this by either looking at the METAR, or in case of Toronto, because it's quite a big airport and there's no ATC on the Vatsim right now, what we can actually do is if we just look on flight radar, we can see where aircraft have been departing from, in which direction. Right now it looks like we've got a pretty big crosswind. Sorry, did I say pretty big crosswind? Jesus, 3 knots. It's not a big crosswind by any means, but I believe we have our direction. If I can just find where the aircraft took off from, that would be a big help to us. Okie dokie. I think we have our takeoff runway, I believe. We're taking off free right. Never flown out of Toronto before, so this will be a new one. Oh, sorry, did I put runway in front of it? Oh, it's too early in the morning, guys, honestly. Free right. And we need to put flight number in again, Air Canada 868. Like so. Put free right, and at the very good, that's your free departure will work. Now, I'm sorry if anyone here lives in Toronto and this isn't a departure that big jet shoes or whatever you want to say, but for our ideals this will work today. We'll accept that because that's our cruising altitude, and we'll actually get our wind data up like so, and we'll leave the descent forecast off now because we don't really need to know any of that stuff right now. Centre of gravity we'll bring in, and I think we're still going to go for flaps 5 takeoff TBH. It should be fine, and we got to set thrust limiting. I only want climb power 1, and if I actually take flaps 15, there we go. Okay, stereo to take off. Trim is 250. That all looks fine. If we go into the climb, okay, yeah, that's fine. No idea what the transition altitude for Canada is. Feel free to tell me below if you know, because I don't. Right, so how's this flight plan looking for us? Is this one of those departures that you're vectored out onto? That's nasty. Can I just... We'll cut the vectors in. I know, very unprofessional, but it will suit our needs, I'm afraid. Right. Yeah, it should work. Okie dokie. Flick the flight directors on, like so. VOR left, VOR right, traffic, and we'll set our MCP up actually. To be careless, I've never actually tested if this works with the pmdg, so it will be It doesn't look like it does, so I guess we'll just have to leave it. I went to the pmdg 737. Now I believe 150 was V2, so put 150 in, and we'll select heading of like so, and initial altitudes can be 18,000. Auto brake set RTO. Can test all the alarms and stuff, and whatever is good. Test all these lights. There, everything's working fine. Top notch, right. So I believe that's our FMC setup. What we'll do is we'll board the passengers, and then we'll make sure that we're ready to go. Okay, so we're now on the outside loading up all of our cargo for the flight. You can see our Air Canada lovely boxes now coming on. We won't see them again until we arrive at London, so say goodbye to them, everyone, because they are going on our aircraft. Passengers now are just getting seated on board the aircraft, and as you can maybe be able to see, not very well because it's quite dark here, it's actually snowing. Pacific FX, everyone, £12, pretty cheap, go get it, pretty good. Sort of advertisement. But yeah, that is, I would definitely recommend Pacific FX. I really love this. If you like little weather effects and you just want to enhance your experience in general, Pacific FX is the way to go. So this is going to be quite a long process, so we'll wait until all the bags are loaded on the aircraft, and then I will see you back on the flight deck. So we're now back on the flight deck. We're loading our friends in the back. They're all getting seated nicely. We're going to run through some quick checklists. So oxygen, we'll test 100%. Flight instruments, well, our headings, well, track actually is 2341, and our altimeter is 3032. And parking brake set. Didn't even know it's going to do that. Before start checklist, flight deck door where we're closed and locked. Passenger signs are on auto. Our MCP V2 is 150, heading is 330, and altitude's 18,000 feet. Our takeoff speeds today, V1 is 137, VR is 139, and V2 is 150. CDU pre-flight has been completed, and trim, we're waiting to pressurise hydraulics, but trim is 2.50 units. And taxi and takeoff briefing, well, it's a pretty short taxi, folks. It's snowing pretty bad out there, as you can see, pretty heavy snow right now going into Toronto, so we may have to get de-iced before we start up. But after that we'll push back, and it's literally, the runway is right behind us, so no dangers on taxi other than the weather. It's a bit cold, expecting turbulence on takeoff according to other pilots. And beacon light you can turn on now, and before takeoff, before start checklist has been completed. We'll switch now to the door page. As you can see, we are waiting on a couple more cargo boxes being put on. I don't know if we can see how many he's got to go out the window. 2 more. Okay, so we'll wait for him to load those last few cargo boxes onto the flight deck. Hopefully by that time the snow subsides a little bit, because taking off in snow isn't fun. But we'll wait until the cargo's on board, and I will be right back with you. Okay, so the cargo is now all on board. We are ready to go, finally beginning our trip to London from Canada here. We're now going to have to pressurise hydraulics and start our pushback. So we're going to bring our fuel pumps on. I do not believe we have anything in the centre tanks. No, we don't. That's fine. What we'll do is we'll start to pressurise the hydraulics, as you can see here. These all need to be pressurised. Okay, it's pressurised, and we'll pressurise left electronic demand pump, like so. There we go. And now we bring the middle two in. All the hydraulics now is coming online. Okay, and that's great, and APU is running. Yep, everything's good to go. Can't see any discrepancies up here. We'll turn to our engine page and we'll call ground for push and start. Okay, so you join us now on flight deck, ready to be pushed back. We are just disconnecting parking brakes. It looks like the snow's actually went away, which is good, I guess. So we're going to be pushed back now. We need to wait until we're fully pushed back before we can actually start our engines, just purely because it's cold. It's -6, so -6 is pretty cold, but I can actually see the truck down there, which is a shame. But what we can do is we can actually go outside and watch the push. So let's go outside and have a look. So we can see now we're being pushed back from the stand by the Air Canada tug. It's pretty desolate here at Toronto, I'm going to be honest. There's no one here. You can see we're getting pushed back now. I believe we almost hit that catering van. Yeah, there's no one else here. There's our marshaller guy. He's walking back. I don't know what to. I really don't know what to say. I just love the pmdg 777. It can blow up cars on a sort of road with complete ease. Everyone in that car has just died, but I don't feel bad about it because I don't know, because the pmdg 777 is just one of my favourite aircraft, I would say. The detail and every little aspect of it is just absolutely fantastic. And to be honest with you, I've always sort of wondered what the marshaller's point of view is. What does he see? Should we have a look? Right, I'm going to take over your face for a second, mate. I mean, he sees that. I mean, that is indeed a sight to behold. Definitely. The only thing is it's pretty dark over in Canada right now, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, so we'll wait until this push is complete and then we'll start the engines. Okay, so we're ready on the flight deck. Push has been complete, parking brakes are set. We're going to start engine number 2. We'll wait until we have oil pressure. Okay, oil pressure and fuel control switch on number 2.
Bienvenue à bord d'Air Canada. Pour votre sécurité,
you can see the N1 rising. N2 rising as well.
For your safety and comfort, we ask that you pay attention to this short video.
Okay. I see when you fly through different aircraft in the simulator, you get them really mixed up.
Under the seat in front of you.
Something that's kind of weird. You can hear in the background the engine spilling up a little bit.
Et les bagages plus lourds sous le siège devant vous. En prévision du décollage,
you may not be able to hear that, but that is the engine in the background.
Le dossier de votre siège et rangez votre tablette.
In preparation for takeoff,
there we go. So engine 2 is starting up. We're just waiting for that to stabilise, and we'll start engine 1.
For your safety, you must wear your seatbelt when the seatbelt light has been
and
turned
fuel
on.
in. Let's have a little look at the engine starting up then. Engine starting up there, both engines. This is engine 1. We can have a look over at engine 2. As you can see, it's spilling up, it's stabilised. Now we're just waiting on engine 1 and then we'll be good to go.
Fasten your seatbelt by adjusting it around your hips. To release it, lift the upper portion or press the release button. Air quality is important to us.
I believe that is engine 1 ready to go. So let's head onto the flight deck and let's taxi. Okay, so we're going to run through the after start flows if I can find my checklist. There it is.
Your portable electronic devices must be set to airplane mode
before taxi. So anti-ice definitely needed
or magazine rack explains the many safety features of this aircraft. Please review it sometime before
Recall,
takeoff.
well,
La carte illustrée placée dans la pochette du siège
other
ou dans
than
le
TCAS
porte-avions
being off
explique
for
les
good,
nombreux éléments de sécurité propres à
flight
cet avion.
controls.
Veuillez en prendre connaissance
We'll
avant
check
le
them now.
décollage.
If there is a need to evacuate the
So
aircraft,
we're
leave
gonna
your personal
remove
belongings
the iPad
behind
from
and follow the
the
seat
control
number
wheel
on the aisle to the nearest
and
emergency
to the
exit.
left.
S'il fallait évacuer l'avion, laissez
So
vos
I'll
effets
bring my yoke up,
personnels.
actually.
Suivez l'éclairage des
To the
sièges
right.
côté couloir jusqu'à l'issue de secours la plus proche.
There
Neutral
are 4 exits
and
located
fill up
on each side of the aircraft.
and
All
fill
of these are
down
indicated by a green
and
exit
neutral,
sign. Please
rudder.
locate the one nearest you.
Il y a
To the
4 issues de
left.
secours de chaque côté de l'appareil. Elles sont toutes
And
signalées
to
par
right.
une enseigne verte.
Neutral
Veuillez
position.
repérer celle qui est la plus près
And
de
now
vous.
that's not going to set.
Si
Fantastic.
la pression de la cabine change,
Okay,
un masque
and
à
we'll
oxygène
turn
au
runway
moment des
turn
rouges
offs
tombera
and
du
taxi
panneau
lights
au-dessus de vous.
on.
Restez
You can
assis.
see the ground's
Tirez la
illuminated
languette ou le masque vers vous.
beside us,
Utilisez
and we'll
ensuite la
start
bande
the
élastique
clock.
pour maintenir le masque sur votre nez et
Okay,
votre bouche.
I believe
Et
that's us
respirez
set up.
normalement pour
Let's
activer
taxi
l'arrivée
out
d'oxygène.
to runway
Mettez
33
toujours votre
right.
masque avant d'aider quelqu'un.
If the cabin pressure changes, an oxygen mask or a red tab will drop from the panel above you. Remain seated. Pull the mask or the tab to bring the mask towards you. Use the support strap to hold the mask over your mouth and nose. Breathe normally to start the flow of oxygen. Always secure your own mask before assisting another person. If there is an emergency landing on water, reach under the seat or beside your leg rest. Remove the elastic band if required. Pull out the life vest from the pouch.
Dans le cas d'un amérissage, prenez la pochette contenant le gilet de sauvetage sous le siège ou près du repose-jambe. Retirez la bande élastique au besoin et sortez le gilet de la pochette. Enfilez le gilet. Fixez le crochet autour de la taille et ajustez la ceinture. Ne gonflez votre gilet qu'au moment de quitter l'avion. Pour gonfler le gilet, tirez la languette ou soufflez dans le tube.
Slip it on. Fasten the waist clip and tighten the belt. Pulling the tab will inflate the life vest. You can also inflate it by blowing into the tube. The life vest should only be inflated as you leave the aircraft. If you need any assistance or have any concerns, please let one of us know.
Si vous avez besoin d'aide ou si vous avez des préoccupations, adressez-vous simplement à l'un d'entre nous. Merci d'avoir choisi de voyager avec Air Canada.
Thank you for choosing to fly with Air Canada.
So, long story short, I got lost, and yes, it's my fault, but we're going to try and ignore it. We're now ready to go. There's no ATC on, so I'm afraid that we'll just have to unicom it the whole way. I also forgot to put flaps down. If you can't tell already, it's very early in the morning. And I am very unaware of what is actually going on right now, but this is runway 33, I'm pretty sure. This is the runway we saw that aircraft that came in earlier land on, so we should be good to go. I hope. I really do hope. Okay, for the first time starting off our charity flight from all over the world back to London, really, we've got you're going to see these videos coming out periodically, like there's going to be one every week. I'm going to be doing these all in the one day, so these are going to be 5 flights in one day. So I'm going to be here from, I mean, what time is it now? It's pretty early in the morning to maybe very early the next morning to get all these flights done, so it's definitely going to be a challenge, but we'll do it. This is the longest one, so if we can do this one, we can do any one. And we'll turn weather radar on my side. Okay, pulling on to the runway at Torronto, like so. Really undershot it there. Actually, I might have gone in it just about right. I'll bring our yoke back up so I can see it. Yeah, we undershot it there a little bit. Okay, well this day hasn't gone well so far, so let's hope we can change that with a convincing takeoff. Okay, thrust to 50%. Stabilizing and toga. Okay, and Thrust is set, 80 knots.
V1.
V1. Rotate. Frame drop? Frame drop? I don't know what that was. Okay, pitch up and gear up, positive climb. This does not look like I've derated it. We are shooting up into the sky like a rocket right now. Something fishy, definitely going on. Well, we're just thrust a little bit. It's pretty weird, I'll have to say. Right, we'll engage autopilot. I forgot to arm LNAV and VNAV. Flaps up. That was, yeah, we just shot into the sky like a rocket there, I'm going to be honest. That's pretty weird, and I'm really sorry guys, I'm forgetting so much today. And that's kind of annoying me, how much I'm forgetting. Very unprofessional, I know. But there's Torronto. Flaps now coming up. Hold speed intervention 250. Runway turn-offs coming off. And there we go. There is Torronto. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Well, I will say I'm going to rank that as probably my worst setup and departure to date. A lot of things sort of went wrong there, which wasn't great. Maybe it's because it's just early in the morning. Let's go outside and have a little look at us powering for this climb. Here she is, Air Canada 866, having no trouble at all, absolutely just rocketing through this climb, on its way to London. All the passengers in the back probably wondering why they're on a NASA space shuttle, but it's okay, because they're going to get there quicker, and I honestly don't think they mind that much. So I'll leave the Air Canada to do its thing as we go for a little bit of bumpy turbulence on the climb. I will see you on the descent into London, ladies and gentlemen, and please enjoy your flight.
1.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back, descending now into London. Flight time has been about 6 hours so far. It's very busy, as you can probably see here and here in the background. We do have radios on. Now just descending past 10,000 feet. It's also quite bumpy. It has been raining at London's Heathrow, so yeah, it's not the best weather. I think the rain stopped for now. That's good. That means we should be able to get in. It's not stopping it from being very bumpy. You can see the weather moving off there away from the airport. However, we do have this just enormous cloud cover,
Holding Nevis.
and that is quite laggy, as you can probably tell.
United 925. Heathrow Tower, good evening. Taxi straight ahead, hold November 2 Whiskey.
Straight ahead, hold November 2 Whiskey, 992.
Unfortunately, they do not have an approach controller on, so the poor tower is having to do it all by himself. Props to him. But yeah, we should be down in the next 10 minutes or so. Oh god, I really don't like this turbulence. It's going to be pretty bad going. It's just because we're going for the clouds right now. It's probably going to get worse in the next couple minutes, and it might be bumpy on final approach. I really don't want to do a go around, simply for the fact that it is so busy, and there's like, as you can see, if you look down onto the TCAS here, you can see aircraft were getting bumped about there. But it's really busy. I don't want to do a go around. However, it is gusting at 30 excess knots, so it is quite windy. We're most likely going to have to pull a crosswind approach. Not the nicest weather, I will say, landing into Heathrow, especially when it's busy like this. But I'm afraid there's not much we can do.
Charlie.
Right. God. Here we go. Everyone hold on to something. I don't care what it is. You can hold on to your chair seat belt or your favourite plushie, but you just hold on to it, okay? Because things are going to get really hairy. As you can tell, we're down to 20 FPS. So once we're landing, we're looking to park at Terminal 2. We're looking to park at stand 243. I'm actually going to write that down. Looking to park at stand.
Uber 717, give way to the company A321, then first right on to taxi rail.
Okie dokie. Okay, say goodbye to the high skies. We're in the clouds. Something I just want to point out, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am filming this in windowed views. Oh my god, that is hammer speed brake on there. The reason I'm filming in windowed views is because I need to talk to the controller, and vPilot doesn't really offer much help with full screen. So we're doing this tabbed in. We can reduce vertical.
Speedbird 850, wind 220 degrees, 20 knots, runway 7 left, cleared for takeoff.
QNH.
Just take a piece of left, wind 30 miles, Speedbird 850.
925, via November 2 Whiskey, line up 27 left.
November 2 Whiskey, line up.
Okay, decrease final flap speed. Or not final flap speed, initial flap speed. I can't see anything. Oh god, there's lots of traffic around. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. Okay, runway turn-offs can come on. Everything's looking good up here. We'll call up to, the tower's pretty busy, so we're going to call up when we're established, just so we're not bothering him until we need to. God, it was right. We're gonna bring this up. We don't need it like that. That's still a little bit there. Now we can really kill off speed. If we bring this up, it's about 500. Yeah, that should do it. Okay, we're getting pushed up and down by the winds, as you can see here, and you can see here. We're being pushed about the place, so this isn't good. Our auto throttle doing its best to try and take control of the situation. Oh god. Speed brake extended, pull that back in.
Speed about 850, no further ATC at the moment, frequency change approved.
Oh my god, this is
Unicom 122.8, speed 850, bye bye.
I've never had an approach like this before, I will say. This is pretty crazy. I'm sure there's people out there that have had crazier approaches than this, but still, this is something else. I'm sort of hoping at the end of all this I don't end up getting an out of memory error, because that would sort of be worst case scenario in this situation. Alright, come on kids, wear your seatbelt, slow down. Right, we're about 10 nautical miles out. What we'll do is we'll come over here and we'll arm localizer for capture. In fact, we'll set initial heading, which is 270 or 271 I should say, if I can. There we go. Localizer's armed. We'll decrease approach speed to 200 like so, and we're going to set flaps 1. Okay, I was close, I was close, I was close. I wasn't far off. Right, try to speed brake for now. We're going to try and drop as much altitude as we can. We're still in the clouds. This is going to be tight. So basically we're going to make a ballpoint turn and line up, and then that time we're lining up we'll fully establish, we'll drop our flaps, and then we'll make contact. However, I kind of want to make 180 before making that turn, so let's try and drop another notch of flaps. There we go. Let's drop flaps to 5, decrease approach fix 180. Okay. Here we go. Oh god. Whoa, 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 whoa.
United 925, winds 220, stand up to my 27 left, clear to takeoff.
Come on.
Alright, 27 left, clear to takeoff, United 925.
There goes the United. Okay, hold it steady. Just hold it steady. That's all we need right now. Oh, is that buildings? I see buildings, I see land. Is that London? London Ho, I think. I think that's London. Well, it may not be London, but it's definitely the ground, and that is what we're trying to get. So we'll take that.
2500.
2500, okay. We'll completely pull off the speed brake right now because we are leveling off. And we'll stand by for localizer capture. We'll arm approach. Once we capture glide slope, we'll drop the gear. Any moment now should capture. Come on. 1.5. There we go. Localizer captured. Arming approach. And we're making the turn. Okay. This is where it all goes well or all goes wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
United 925, no further ATC at the moment, frequency change approved.
I'm sorry if I'm not talking a lot, I'm just trying to really sort of concentrate with my mind. Come on, we can do it boys. I know we're rocking about the place, but we're gonna... Are we not... I think we might actually be too low, but I don't know because I can't see. Is glide slope capturing? No. Oh, this isn't good. Let's try bringing it down a bit. We'll bring it down on our own. Come on, we are not missing this. We can't miss this. Did we miss it? I think we missed it. I don't want to call for missed approach just yet, but I cannot see because of the clouds.
2500.
How far are we away from the runway? Oh, I don't think we're going to make it. We're going to have to call a missed approach, aren't we? Okay. Up to 3,000. Okay, missed approach. Where is... We'll bring speed to 200. And now we just need to talk to the tower. I don't know what he's going to make of this. Heathrow Tower, very good evening to you, sir. Air Canada 868, missed approach.
Air Canada 868, twin, say again?
You got me. Air Canada 868, apologies, missed approach. We're going to have to go around for another shot.
Air Canada 868, Charger, standard misapproach procedure report established, ILS 27 right.
Copy standard missed approach, going around ILS runway 27 right, Air Canada 868, thank you very much. Okay, let's set this up again then. So, whoa, come on. Right, nope, index, arrivals, London, Heathrow, and... Oh, come on, I do have this... Jesus, this is it's all gone quite wrong. Why are we turning?
Traffic.
Why are we turning? No, 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 stop, 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 don't turn. Come on. Where are we going? Why is our aircraft turning? I am so confused. Can we not discontinue? God, what's right? Hold on. Let's go down here. Legs page. Right. What we'll do is we'll make. Let's hold this area for now until we can keep flaps at 5. It's hard because I can't see anything outside. Right, Okay, let's make turn north. Okay. Might not be professional, but it's definitely something. Take this opportunity to say now, I've never done a missed approach before because I've never needed to, so if this all goes wrong then, well, RIP, but you know, it's been a good run.
So far, we're beginning to 82. Yes, sir. National Bravo, the holding point blocking.
Speedbird 86, traction speed 882, Heathrow Tower, good evening. Taxi, first right, hold November Bravo tree.
Right.
National holding November Bravo 3, Speedbird 82.
I'm wondering if we could get maybe a little bit lower, would help us see better. I can see... why does it say we're way below? That's what I'm confused by. Right. Right. It says we have to be at 1,500. Let's start our descent. We'll descend 1,000 feet downwards. Okay. So we're gonna
Speedbird 882, take next route, hold November Bravo 2 whiskey.
Okay. And we're just speed 190.
Related to second, sir?
Speedbird 882, you've missed both holding points, so taxi first right and hold short of 27 left.
What we're going to do is we're going to turn parallel to the airport.
82, my apologies, sir. Roger that, direction first on the right and holding Boeing grounded to the left.
There we go. Okay, so we'll hold parallel, we'll decrease speed. Right, I can see a bit of the ground now, that's good. We've got some visual aid, that's helping a little bit. Right, let's turn the weather radar, terrain radar on instead, just so I know what I'm seeing.
Great, Lufthansa 424 with you at the Lowman.
Super 424, Heathrow Tower, good evening. Taxi first right, holds November Bravo 2 Whiskey.
Okay.
Lufthansa 424, November 2 Whiskey. For Lufthansa 424.
Okay. Now we're going to hold this parallel until we get to about here, then we'll make a cut here, and then we'll intercept the
new
localizer.
QNH 1019.
Right.
Lufthansa 424, 1019. QNH for Lufthansa 424.
Lufthansa Speedbird 882, new QNH 1019.
You could, I don't know why it just says all
QNH
stations.
1019 is Speedbird 882.
Right.
Speedbird 882, November 2.
Hold on, speed. How are we looking on fuel? Oh, we've got plenty. We've got.
Speedbird 882, Valley November 2 Echo, line up 27 left, caution, 1 intersection departure ahead.
There's some. Oh, look, some traffic.
Why November 2
Nice.
lining up and waiting to around with
Okay, so our FPS has dropped now down to 60.
Lufthansa 424, from November 2 Whiskey, runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff, winds 220 degrees, 10 knots.
Right. This is
Lufthansa 424 will take by November 2 Whiskey, and then we'll plan our way to runway 27 right.
Lufthansa 424, runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff.
Lufthansa 424, 27 left, and then clear for takeoff. Lufthansa 424.
I'm sorry if I'm being quiet now. I'm just sort of listening into what they're saying. I'm trying to get a hold of the sort of departure. Seems like they've got a couple waiting in line for departure. We'll try and sneak in behind one of them. It's taking a while though to get to our intersection. It's a bit annoying. But then again, I have just spent the previous 6 hours in the air, so you know, yeah, I can't really complain. So the plan is, the localizer is saying we're to intercept at 1,400, which seems like it's a bit low actually. Gonna be honest.
Schuster, but Lufthansa is going through the November 2 Echo.
Right.
Hey, I'm standby. Back Lufthansa 424, hold position.
Lufthansa 424 holding position, and be advised, I'm using default scenery, nothing much more.
We need to get on the ground pretty quickly.
No,
though.
we're
The only
82,
reason-
winds 220 degrees, 10 knots, runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff.
The only reason I'm saying this is because
Clear for takeoff runway 27 left.
the visibility is decreasing, so I kind of wanted to get us in sort of lickety split.
Lufthansa 424, line up, runway 27 left.
Lufthansa 424 will run up runway 27 left.
Is that a departure? I think that might actually be an arrival. Is it? I can't tell. Is he gonna? I actually think he might be an arrival. Nope, he's going up. He's a departure. Okay. Makes me feel better. Right. So we're almost at the point where we can make our intersection. So auto set that to 140. Okay, and oh, flight directors. Oh God, this is shaking about. I can't click anything. We'll arm localizer, and we'll turn heading select. Like so.
You're at 82 after takeoff, I can notice 1,000 feet.
Speedbird 882, thank you, no pressure ATC, frequency change approved, bye bye.
Okay, and keep bringing it round.
Roger that, going to Unicorn 125, Roger 82, thank you for your service and have a good evening.
Or is he on the approach?
Lufthansa 424, winds 220 degrees, 10 knots, runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff.
I can't tell who that is.
24, clear for takeoff, runway 27 left, and have a good day.
Okay, now our job is just to intercept this correctly. Okay, decrease speeds. Something I just have the sort of sneaking suspicion that this isn't sort of Heathrow's protocol. Don't know why. It's just maybe it's because I've never seen an aircraft fly solo over residential areas, or maybe it's just because I don't live in London. I don't know. Something just sort of screams off protocol about this whole sort of business. But I tell you what, the moment we get on the ground, I'm going to look up standard missed approach just to see what it is. Probably should have done that before though. Oh well. Now's the time to make all the difference. Coming in quite low.
Left chance for 434, no further ATC treatment to change approved. Bye-bye.
Okay, we'll decrease this now.
Continue on 122 Dozen Lane Unicom, and thank you for your service and have a good day.
Right, there we go, right, so we've got our diamond at the top now. That is a building, oh my god, okay. God. Right, well, do you know what, the good thing about this is now I can put missed approach in the title, get all them clickbait views, you know. Okay, we're almost ready. Are we below the cloud layer? Is that us? Are we through? We're almost through. Not far. A little bit to go. But overall, I think we're for the worst of it. Plus, while we were doing that sort of circle around the airport, the winds have decreased, I think. So it should be a lot simpler now. Okay, localizer is captured. Arm approach. Okay. Now we can do this. Okie dokie then. Right, I think we've got it now. It looks like we're good to go for landing. We now just need to wait for our diamond to come in for us.
Scootbird 4 Delta Papa Heathrow Tower, good evening. Taxi second right, hold November Bravo 2 Whiskey.
Tell you what, we're 5 nautical miles out, so I'm actually just going to drop the gear now. Bring in an extra
Heathrow Tower, good
flaps.
evening, this is Speedbird 4 Whiskey, stand 548 with Romeo, ready for push and start.
Okay, waiting for
Speedbird
our
4 Delta
greens.
Bravo, taxi
Diamond's coming down,
November
3
Bravo
greens.
2 Whiskey.
And bring in 25, oh sorry, 20.
Speedbird Tower, Super 4 Delta Bravo, Loman.
Speedbird 4 Delta Bravo, taxi second right, hold November 2 Whiskey.
Hold on, I'll just tell them fully established if I get the chance to.
Go ahead, November 2 Whiskey after the World Bravo.
And here for Tower Air Canada 868, now fully established, ILS runway 27 right.
Canada 868, again 27 right, clear to land, winds 220 degrees, 10 knots.
Runway 87 right, clear to landing, Air Canada 868. Okay,
1,000.
landing positions then. We'll move in, where's my rudder pedals? There they are.
4 Whiskey, stand 548, push and start approved, face south.
We'll disconnect.
Push and start, face south, Speedbird 4 Whiskey, thank you.
There we go.
Heathrow Tower,
Speedbird 297 on the frequency. Speedbird 297, Heathrow, hello, taxi,
Dipping way down.
hold November Bravo 3.
There we go.
Hello, right on Lima, hold November Bravo 3, 0297.
Oh my god, if the aircraft feels so heavy.
Boeing 67 Papa, Heathrow Tower, good evening. After the British Airways 777 passes ahead of you left to right, taxi third right, holds November Bravo 2 Echo.
November Bravo 2 Echo, Boeing to the south,
Putting some well, that aircraft's actually not going to taxi that way now, so taxi straight ahead, third right, holds November Bravo 2 Echo.
20, 10.
First right, November Bravo 600.
Straight out,
Okay,
good evening,
and down,
Speedbird
reversals.
985 holding Lockheed, ready for departure.
Reversals green.
Speedbird 4 Delta Bravo from November 2 Whiskey, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff, winds 220, 10 knots.
Okay.
November 2 Echo.
Disregage, reversers.
To the left, to the quarter spot.
I'll take high speed exit here.
Tower 297, apologies, we've just passed Lima. Would it be possible if we could hold November 2 Echo instead?
Speedbird 297, give way to the 737, who will be holding November 2 Echo, then holds November Bravo 2 Echo.
Is this
They will be giving way to the 737 holding November 2 Echo, and then we'll hold November Bravo 2 Echo to 10 or
Left hand support 2 bar, frequency changes to 1.
okay, we'll disconnect that.
Oh, Speedbird 870, hello, Connor holding Lomond.
Speedbird 870, Heathrow, good evening, standby, you can expect. Speedbird 985, first right, holds November Bravo 2.
Look at the lights at Heathrow.
Say again, Speedbird 985?
Speedbird 985, first right, holds
God,
November
someone's got
Bravo
overkill
2.
with the lights. Right, we'll taxi off and then we'll call for taxi to our stand.
First right, hold November Bravo 3, will Speedbird 985.
Upper by November 2, correction, by November Bravo 27 left.
Okay, we'll stop here. We'll turn this to T only.
Tower Speedbird 546, and 506 requesting Christmas now.
Right, everything
Speedbird
looks good.
546, stand 506, pushing south
Oh,
to
wait.
move, face south, QNH 1019 now.
We'll now call for our
Approved, face south Speedbird there.
anti-rear Canada 868 fully vacated.
Canada 868, Heathrow apologies, taxi Alpha, right Lima, stands 246.
Taxi Alpha then Lima stand 246, here Canada 868.
Speedbird 870,
That's
first
close
right,
enough, we'll
holds
take that.
November Bravo 2.
That's
Bring
right,
the
hold
terrain
November
radar
Bravo
so we don't
3,
kill anyone.
780.
Okay, I won't bore you with this taxi, so I'll just give you the taxi in full.
Here's 10 knots.
Okay, so we're parked up at stand 243, not 246, because 246 isn't GSX friendly. Luckily 243 is, and the APU is running, so we'll cut the engines. Like so. We'll turn the dome light on now. We're going to go for shutdown procedures. First things first is bringing the jetway in, and we'll actually now call up GSX to deboard us, or deplane, or whatever your choice of airline is. handling, of course, by British Airways. So yeah, so, I mean, that was the flight to that was Toronto to London Heathrow. We're now going to go through some basic shutdown stuff, fuel pumps and all that sort of good jazz. Can all come off. Hacks can all come off. Disarm emergency lights and ADIRU can come off. B can come off and nav can stay on. And they're already all off. There we go. What we'll do is we'll go onto the door page and we'll go down onto the doors and we'll disarm all doors and we'll open the ones that we need to open. Okay, so we've secured flight deck up here. Let's go outside and have a look. Okay, and here we are, parked up at London's Heathrow. I don't know where the 777 marker is. 777 marker's all the way down here. Oh well. So our bags are coming off now. Our jetway, where's our jetway? Is there. We're at Terminal 2, which is the terminal that Air Canada like to sit at. And we've got a Turkish airline next to us, which is pretty cool. You can see some odd traffic coming down. But that was a really interesting... It was a very interesting flight. Our cargo has transformed into British Airways. That's pretty cool. I've never seen cargo do that before. But yeah, this was a really fun flight to do, and once again it's all in aid of St Andrew's Hospice. So if you haven't already, go have a look at their page and see what they're all about. It's a really worthwhile cause. But this is just the first flight for me. The next flight you'll see me doing is Zurich to London Heathrow again. Hopefully I can fix these lights or turn them off or something before I go. But this was all done in the space of you know, 24 hours, unless we go in tomorrow, in which case 48 hours. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about this flight. It was quite fun to fly across the Atlantic again. Not so fun to do another missed approach, because I don't really know what to do, so I just had to try and do a circuit in a 777, which was pretty fun. But until the next episode, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.